TinkerCAD tips. Recently I had dropped a video showing me making these 4-part silhouettes in TinkerCAD. That was an unnarrated video, and I had a couple of followers ask to do one that was narrated. So over this video and likely the next one, because this may take more than 10 minutes, I'll show you how I made these. It's pretty easy in TinkerCAD. Let's go ahead and slide these out of the way. All right, we'll come back to this in a minute. First, we're going to pop over to Google here, and let's source some of our images. So the back images are just of a pine forest, and I Googled pine forest silhouette clip art, and what we're looking for here is good images where all of the black is attached to the rest of it. In other words, there's no parts of it that are floating in the white parts of it. Those will print, but they won't be attached. So I found this image here, and here's the easiest way I've found to grab these is I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to say open image in new tab. Holding down control, I can increase the size of this a little bit, and then I'm going to use a snipping tool here. And most versions of Windows have this, and I'm going to go ahead and clip part of this. Here we go, and then I'm going to save this. Let's see here. Let's find my particular folder where I put these. Right there. We'll save that one. Okay, here was my next one. And by the way, on this one, I'm going to do 2 plates of this, and I'm going to use each of the 2 halves of this. You'll see that in a moment. So here I did cabin silhouette clip art, and I found this one here. Again, I'm going to say open image in new tab. That's a good image there. Let's grab my snipping tool, say new. Let's grab a clip of all of that. Save it. Cabin JPEG. Then I did couple silhouettes clip art. And let's use this one here. This is a little bit different. Oh, I need to find one here that doesn't have this transparency in the background. There, let's try that one there. This one should work. Oh, that also has a transparency. Okay, here I found one that's all white. Again, right-click on it, open image in new tab, Control plus a couple times to enlarge it, grab my snipping tool, say new. Let's grab that, we'll save it, and we'll call it couple. Okay, we're going to close that. Now we're going to come over and convert those JPEGs to SVGs. Pick SVG or svg.pick.com, I know, is a site that people use. I like to use this one. This one's called convertio.co, not .com, .co. And come down here, choose my files. I'm going to select all 3 of them, click open. Let's convert all of these to SVG, and I'm going to click convert. You can do 2 at a time here, so give me just a moment. I'll come right back. All right, got 2 of them ready here. I'm going to click on download. Got them into the right folder here. We'll get that one. We'll get that one. Let's get this last one going here. We got SVG. Do the cabin one here again. There we go. We have all three of our SVGs. Let's go ahead and come back over to TinkerCAD. Let's do a little prep here. We're going to need to make a couple of parts. Now, in my prior video, I had used the sketch tool here to make the circle. This time I'm going to use this one here, a pre-existing object. We're going to make the radius 100. So this will be 200 millimeters in width, and the size of this will depend upon the build plate of your printer, of course. I'm going to make the wall thickness 15. I'm going to increase the number of sides. Let's change the color to black here. And let's go ahead and change the height of this to 5 millimeters. Let's slide this up here for a moment. Now we need to make a cutout. So I'm going to grab a box here. Let's also grab a cylinder here, drop the cylinder right there. Now we need to make the cylinder a little bit larger than the inside of this circle. So for the time being, I'm going to align the two of these together like that. I'm going to click on this, holding Alt and Shift. I'm going to increase the size of this until it just intersects that black outside part. Drop this down. We don't need to change the number of sides here. This will become evident in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and change that to a hole. Okay, let's set this off to the side. Now we're going to come back to our box here. And we're going to drag this box out and make it fairly large. Shift select this circle. Let's do a quick alignment here. This direction, this direction. All right, let's make this circle, the cylinder, a little taller. Push it down in there. All right, while I have the cylinder selected, I'm going to shift select this red box here. I'm going to group the two together so that we've made a hole in this. And now I'm going to turn this into a hole. All right, there we now have the two parts that we need. Let's drag this one up a bit here. All right, let's quickly align the two of these for a moment. There we go. All right. On to the next step. Let's bring out our first silhouette to do our cutout. So we're going to do Import, choose from File. We'll grab this pine forest one here. Let's make the width of this, we'll say 200 for now. Import. Right there we have our imported shape. We're going to go ahead and make that black. We're going to change the quality on this to 24. Slide that up. All right, now we're going to get a duplicate of these two parts up here. We're going to shift select the ring and then this cutout. I'm going to make a duplicate of it. I'm going to bring that down here. Now what I want to do is I want to take this SVG, and let's say the part at the back, I want to be this part of the image, and I can Alt-Shift and increase the size of this. Got to do a little bit of alignment. Let's hide this ring here for a moment, so Control-H. And I can stretch that SVG to where I want it to be. Okay, about there. So that fills up the space in the left. I'm going to take my whole part here, move this up, move it down, and then we're going to shift select those two parts and group those together. Well, we're at 9 minutes here. Watch for part 2. Like, follow, and repost. Thanks.